Bill Voreis clinched a record-setting 6th consecutive NTPA Grand National Unlimited Modified Championship in 2010 with his Polar Air-sponsored American Thunder. Never one to rest on his laurels, Voreis made some substantial changes to his tractor prior to 2010. Voreis debuted a new chassis, and the longtime Chevy Polar added a Hemi engine as a fifth motor, a motor he affectionately calls a pony motor. All of the changes added up to be an ultimate machine, as Voreis took home 7 wins on the season, and all 7 wins coming in the first 9 hooks of the division, including sweeping the field at New Hampton, Iowa, and Chapel Hill, Tennessee. That win streak kept Voreis in the lead the rest of the way and into the history books. In Bowling Green, Mother Nature dealt a tough hand for the Saturday Night Unlimited class, but Voreis was able to garner a 3rd place as well as runner-up spot on Sunday, earning him the coveted Bowling Green ring. 6 titles in a row is a record for the NTPA history books. What will Bill do next in his Hall of Fame-worthy career? Stay tuned. Please welcome to the stage your 2010 NTPA Grand National Champion Unlimited Division, Mr. Bill Voreis.
I wish Randall would come up here and interview me like he does at the polls, because it's a lot easier. He can ask the questions, and if anything's forgot, it's his fault. But anyway, I want to get my list out here, because every year I get nervous and I rush off of here and forget people. And so if you give me a few minutes, I want to do this right. First off, I want to thank Senpico, who's been with us for a long time, and thanks for the check the other day. And Dixie Chopper for what you're doing, all the contingency sponsors, SCS Gearbox, Smith Brothers Push Rods, Proformance Pros, Stroud Safety, Course Instruments, CV Products. I want to do a special thanks to Matt Kane, really great guy, great family. He's a family man. Family's very close to him. Him and I have a lot in common. His support for me this year has been huge. This, if you people can imagine, this is not a cheap class to run. And I also really want to thank him for doing the RFD show, because the TV coverage, you'd be surprised how many people watch that TV show. I mean, I was in Arizona, and I've had people recognize me from the RFD show. I want to thank Larry Richwine. Larry's got the job. If things go right, everybody forgets his name. If something goes wrong, everybody knows Larry's name. And I want to thank Dave Schreier and the WPI board. Dave's got a 4-letter first name, and he's had several 4-letter first names over the years used on him. But I can stand here since I've been pulling 35 plus years. If it wasn't for Dave Schreier and the WPI board, we wouldn't have this group, and we wouldn't have the type of show we have. And I just think people need to remember that. We can always think of things that can be better, but it can be a whole lot worse than it is. I want to thank Helen in the office. Greg thinks he runs the office. If I want anything from the office, I call Helen. She gets it done. She's been there for a long time. You never see her hardly at any polls, and she just does a great job. She doesn't get enough thank. The girls in the entry trailer, no matter how bad a day I'm having, Sandy Simpson always gives me a smile. And I think some days I make her day bad, but she never says anything about it. I want to thank Kim Richwine. She's helped me with setting up my website and stuff, and helped me get my sponsorship around. Chad Mayhill of Hoosier Tire Cutting. I got 5 sets of tires, and Chad sees them all summer long. And I couldn't do what I do without Chad. And Modern Machine, Brad Corporal built the chassis. Les Corporal did a lot of my gear work and stuff. I couldn't do it without him. Jeff Fowler does my motors. He's wanting to talk me into the Hemi, so if anybody's ticked about that, jump him about it. But not really. I wanted to try something different. I just didn't think it'd be that extremely different when we did it. But he's a great guy. I'll get bored and call him, and he doesn't tell me, hey, I'm too busy, leave me alone. He always talks to me, so it's nice to have him around. And then the people sitting at my table there, Joe and Nancy Denny, Carl and Linda Lowry, Denny and Linda Morrison. I know you people won't believe this, but I can be cover my grandson's ears, I can be a real prick sometimes at the polls. And I'm not apologizing to the guys, I'm apologizing to the wives, because I'm sure you hear about it at the end of the day. They deserved it, but you girls don't need to hear it. But I couldn't do it without these guys, and they come over and help me during the week. And then my son and my number one fan, my grandson Tyler, who came to Mount Sterling with me, just watch this, enjoy it. Don't ever be dumb enough to do it, Tyler. Just enjoy watching Grandpa. And the last thing I want to do is, the one thing the NTPA's got that nobody else has got, we got the polls that everybody wants to go to. We've got Tome and Chapel Hill Bowling Green. We got the Enderley. We got Ken Enderley, who blows $1 million, because I'd pull for Ken for nothing, but for some reason he pays us. so I really enjoy going, but I just want to thank the really good pulls in the NTPA are put on by promoters that they love pulling. You know, they're just not in it for the money. You can tell the people that put on pulls just for money, they suck, and we don't have hardly any. So, I mean, the people at Toma love pulling. In Chapel Hill, you know, Chapel Hill is another. I'd go to Chapel Hill for nothing. Where else can you go at 108 degrees and sweat your, you know what, off? and can't wait to go back till next year. I mean, that's how nice a place it is. And I just love those guys. And of course, Bowling Green's been there since '67. And one of my goals is to catch Dave Banner and wins. And I just hope they stay in the NTPA family. And of course, the Enderley I love. And I'm done talking. Thanks, everybody.
Sponsored by Fowler Engines in Columbus, Ohio, the Unlimited Puller of the Year, presented by Jeff Fowler. 2010 NTPA Unlimited Puller of the Year award this year goes to Mr. Bill Voreis. I'll step ahead.
Well, I just want to thank everybody for this. I certainly thought you'd be sick of me by now. I mean, aren't you guys sick of Jimmy Johnson winning NASCAR? But I was trying to think if I'd ever get lucky enough to get a 7th title, what would be a good, well, number 7 in 2011 would be good. So that's our goal, and I hope the rest of the class comes after me just as hard as they have been. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.